everybody. Oh, that sounds like an echo. Let's try that. Okay. I'm trying StreamYard again. And so I don't know if it's going to work or not. So you guys need to let me know, just like I had you a few days ago, be my guinea pigs and help me figure out if, in fact, it was going to work. And I'm trying to adjust my other camera. So if you are live, would you say hello? Would you pop on and just let me know you're here? I normally wouldn't do all this, but I'm really trying to figure this out. And I need your help. So let's see. Let's see if I'm live, first of all. Oh, I am. Okay. Hi, Victoria and Shirley and Tony. Could one of you just comment and say hello for me? We're going to be doing a really fun project, and I'm going to get to it ASAP. But I'm trying a new software, and I don't know if it's working or not. So if somebody could just, all you have to do is type hi in the comments. That would be so amazing. And I would so appreciate it. So, oh, thank you, Victoria. I see you. Very good. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so we're going to do a really fun project tonight, and I am just trying to get everything lined up with my second camera. Let's see what we've got here. I'm going to add this to the stream. Add me back. So we're going to do this flowers and bouquet and vase. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use. I'll only use one. And then we're going to use all of these beautiful flowers to make a bouquet. I grabbed all sorts of colors. Not sure what I'm going to do, but I hope that you will stay and help me. Now, these are both retired, but guess what? I have good news. I have some to sell. So never worry about that. If you want to replicate this, then you ooh, I can't remove that one or it removes the audio. Okay, so we will make this look like, let's try this. There we go. So you can still see the project and you can still hear me and see me because I've got that up. All right, so what should we do? Should we do bouquet and vase hand tied? I'm kind of liking that. So I think that's what we'll do. And I am so glad that you guys are watching. And I tend to give away things when I'm doing a live. And so comments and passing this along to anybody who you think might be interested in doing or seeing something like this definitely gets you in the mode for drawing. This is bad lighting. I'm just having all sorts of technical difficulties, but I'm using chalk paste, and wait till you see how easy peasy this is. This is not paint, it's a paste, and it's water soluble. Literally, a few minutes ago, this was a 4th of July decor board. And now I'm going to make some beautiful summer flowers. And I'm just scraping the chalk paste across this silk screen. It's adhesive back, so it sticks right to my surface. And folks, that's it. Then I can put the excess back in the jar. And if I wanted this to be permanent, I could make it that way. Thank you. Aren't the colors of the paste so pretty? It's going to be hard to decide. And there we have it. Now, my egg got a little messed up, but I can fix that so easy. And then I'm just going to rinse this off in water. And then when it's dry, I'll put it back on the backing and it'll be ready to use over and over again. I've used it multiple times. I got little fuzzies on my design here. Okay, so next, I'm trying to decide if I want to put one, let's start off with maybe putting one paper wrapper and then a big bouquet coming out. What does that sound like? I think that sounds kind of like a good idea. I really appreciate all of you guys who are on, and you are valued. Like I said, I just might be giving away some things. Let's make this, I've got white on me, that's no big deal. I didn't bring a cloth over. Let's make this some brown. And let me bring it up to, well, you can kind of see. See how creamy this is? It is creamy, dreamy. And it goes on so easy. You can be an artist even if you don't feel like you're an artist. I'm going to use a different squeegee, a little bit smaller one, but still big enough to really just take over this really quickly. And then I'm just going to scrape it thin and again, put that excess back in the jar. I apologize for the lighting over here. I should have better lighting than that. I've got a light on, but it doesn't seem to be bringing it. Maybe I can up the intensity of it here. I actually have a remote. Let's see if that helps a little. All right. So now I'm going to use this sheet that I put that on just to put my squeegees on. And watch as we pull up. I'm going to pull on the straight side, not in the corner. That way you just don't stretch your transfers. Because if you can see, these are, oh, I froze on myself. Come on, there we go. Okay, so these are kind of like fabric. On the straight edge, there's no pull. But on the diagonal, can you see how I could really stretch that? So that's why you pull up on that side. Now, hold on for 1 second. I'm going to grab, I have a board eraser that, like, for some reason, I got a little out of place there. Some of it was just crumbs. Some of it was, I went over the edge, and now I'm just going to dry that off. And I'm also going to take my dryer and I'm going to dry this because we don't want the screen I lay down on top of it to pull it up. We're just going to make sure that's good and dry. It dries pretty quickly on its own, but you can speed it up with that hair dryer. Okay, I wish I could give you a better view. Let's see what that does. That's kind of upside down. Okay, hold on. I'm going to turn you around. Let's see. That didn't work so great. You guys, I am not a professional camera person. Can you tell? Can you tell? Now there's that glare. Darn. Maybe if I set this under and we kind of go at an angle. There we go. That's a little less of a glare. No, it's a lot more. Oh, these are the things I can't deal with. The black definitely glares. I should tell you about the chalkboard. The chalkboard, this particular one, is porcelain coated steel. So it's magnetic and it's just beautiful. It cleans up so amazing. I think that gets you a little less glare. There's glare up there, but we're kind of done with that part for a little bit. Now let's get to building our design, shall we? Okay, so first we need some stems in there. Now I could have just hand tied some stems, but we're going, and I don't need all of them. In fact, I might not really need any of them, but we're going to put some down. We're just going to put a few stems down, and if we cover them up, that's fine. I'm just going to use this light color of green, and because I can see right through to the design below, I can go just far enough to where it's not in there. And I'm just setting all of my transfers that I'm using to the side, and then I'll be washing them. So let me try one more thing. Just, I want you to get the best view you can. So let me try moving this light over a little and seeing if that helps. Because it's just, I think that might have helped a little. I know you see my computer over here, but and then I've got colors going. Oh, I get messier and messier as I go on. It's how it works. And my hair dryer is going to be very important in this. Hi, Rose. Thanks for joining. And Pat and Rosine. What a beautiful name. Sherry and Diane. Gloria. Thank you guys for watching. I so appreciate it. It means the world to me. Now we're just going to start building with some flowers. Now, I did take a floral design class years and years ago. And the first thing I learned was that you design in odd numbers with your big flowers. And so I'm going to start with this big pretty one. And we're going to do 5 different ones around. And I am going to make these, I think I'm going to make the predominant color in this bouquet pink, and I'm going to use 2 colors, let's see if I can get them to you, that are peach and a soft pink. So we're going to use the peach in the center. It's actually a coral color, and this is called peony. Peony. That's one of those that I never know how to say. My mom grew these flowers and she always called them peonies. And then someone laughed at me once and said, peonies? They're peonies. And I'm like, okay. So I love the flower. I'm not quite sure what to call it. I think peonies is the correct way. So I started in the center with the dark color. And then on the outside, I'm doing the light color. And then I'm going to take my finger and I'm just going to swirl around a little bit. And that's going to give it that really fun ombre effect. Now, I can get away with using this transfer a few times before I wash it because you just don't want the chalk paste to dry in the screen. And as long as that doesn't happen, you're good. Hey, Michelle, glad to have you on and watching. And who else has joined? Victoria's here. She helped me out in the beginning with making sure everybody could hear me. And Yvette, thanks for joining. I love this stuff. It never, ever gets old. It's just so fun because you can do so many different things. Like I said, this board was just a 4th of July board, and now I washed it and we're making it beautiful summer flowers. All right. Maybe we'll start off and just do 3 of these because we've got a lot of other flowers we can use. So maybe we'll do 3 of these, and then of the next size, we can do 5. And we'll just slowly build our design out. Okay. So there's our 3 beautiful flowers. I think designs like this are super fun because you can just, in fact, I have a hard time knowing when to stop, but you can just go and go and go. Now, I'm going to dry these real quick, make sure they're dry in case I would ever overlap with another transfer. If it's dry, it won't pull up. Hi, Kelly. Thanks for joining and watching. If you're scrolling by and have never seen, these are chalk paste with silkscreen adhesive back transfers. And sometimes the transfers come all in one piece and you're just like one scrape across and you're done. Other times it's like this and you can build and make beautiful things. Let's switch to, and we're still going to do that ombre of dark and light, but we're going to switch to our purple colors. And we'll do 5 of these. And this paste is getting just a little dry. I can renew it by simply spraying water in it, and it will just stir up and be good to go again. But I think it's okay to use for now. I don't need that much chalk paste, so I'm going to scrape some of that off. And then we'll swirl it around to give it that ombre look. So do you see what I mean about you can be an artist even if you don't feel like you're an artist? I could never draw or paint flowers like this. But I'm going to have a beautiful design that someone, if they saw it, would just ooh and ah over it. And I can say, I made that. Yep, I made that. Now, if you're wondering, you can chalk on anything. I'm chalking on a chalkboard. But you can chalk on literally any surface, not even joking. You can chalk on wood. You can chalk on glass, on metal. We have an ink that if you want to chalk on or use the ink on fabric, you can do that, or on anything that you can heat set in the oven, like mugs or some sort of dish. You can make beautiful things by doing that. All right, like I said, I learned in a floral design class that you do things in odd numbers. So we are going to make 5 of these flowers, and they're not going to be totally like laid out, mix, match. Oh, I don't even know the word I want to use. And I'm starting to overlap, if you can see. So this is going to overlap that pink flower just a little bit. blend that in. Okay, and 5. Let's do our 5th one down here. And then we'll maybe start with some leaves next. And then I've got some smaller flowers we can add as well. And this one too is going to overlap, and it's not a problem since that pink flower was dry, and also because these particular transfers have been used a whole lot, and so they're not super duper sticky. If they were really, really sticky, it could pull up, and so you'd want to fuzz it really well. But I've had these transfers and used them on so many things. Hi, Tammy and Yolanda and Linda. Thanks for joining. Now, I got a little spot there, so I'm going to just wipe that. And we're going to make sure these are all dry. So again, if there's any overlap, it won't pull them up. Sometimes when you wipe something off, it leaves the teeniest bit of chalk and it smears, and so you have to rub just a little bit more. But our bouquet is starting to take some shape. Let's add some greenery in here. And I've got 2 shades of green. I think for these leaves, we will do this bright green. It's a little darker. I didn't choose a dark shade because on the black, if I chose a real deep shade of green, it wouldn't show up real great. And so when you're doing something on black, you want to think that through. And like I said, you can get away with using the transfer multiple times before cleaning, as long as that screen securely adheres to the board and there's no chalk paste drying in the screen. And I'm getting kind of messy in a few spots, and I will be able to clean that up. I've got a big block right there that I can see. And you don't have to use all of the transfer. So I'm stopping right here and going up. So it looks like it's coming out of the paper wrap. So if you can see, I'm not doing this lower part. I know you don't have a real close-up view there. Okay, let's stop there with that and dry those. I get a few of my little mishaps cleaned up. Hi, Tammy. Thanks for watching. Thank you, Victoria. I'm so glad you're loving it. Like I said, I have these transfers that I'm using are retired. This is how they're packaged. And I do have several of these for sale if you're interested. And I have lots of chalk samples. So just in the comment, if you would be interested in knowing a little bit more about the transfers and the bundle I could put together for you, just put bundle, write the word bundle. Let's go to a different flower. This is a little smaller. It's the same style as the pink ones, but it's smaller. So let's add some of those. And how about we switch to yellow for these? Now, sometimes when you overlap a color that's darker, you might end up needing to do it more than once. We'll just see what we get here. So I'm using the dark in the center, and then we're going to use the lighter yellow on the outside, and it looks like it's covering good. There might be a little shadow of it. Again, I'm kind of blending that darker center. And let's see, we'll put one right here. The adhesive aspect of this is so wonderful because if you are using a stencil, well, for one thing, the stencils don't have a screen, so you cannot get the detail. And I've, the last few days, been doing some signs with my digital cutting machine, and I could never imagine doing a project like this with a digital cutting machine. It just simply would be too much. But these being adhesive backed and the silk screen, that combination, oh my goodness, makes it a dream to work with. And we have so many designs. We have whimsical, we have shabby chic, contemporary, of course, for every holiday, very on-trend designs that you can make. Okay, I think we're going to need to go with 5 of these as well. Again, remember I said we're going to do odd number of flowers. So I've got 3 of the large pink, and then I did 5 and 5 of the next. Oops, I just blopped a big old bit of yellow right there. I'm being messy, but I'm not real worried about it because you can always fix things. Even, I'll probably just put something on top of that, but even if I hadn't been able to do something there, I could just wipe it off. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to let that blob of yellow, and I know you can't even really see it from the camera view, but trust me, it's there. I think I'll let it dry, and then I might actually kind of pick it off. But I'm loving how our bouquet is coming together. Blend that out there. And okay, let's see, what shall we do next? I've got this, well, first, next, we need to dry. You always have to dry in between. Hi, Flo. Hi, Pat, Missy, and Angie. Thanks for joining. I appreciate anybody who pops by and watches what we're doing. Okay, so they're dry now, so I won't have to worry about anything getting pulled up. Let's do, gosh, that's not a whole lot different. I think I'd like to make those just a little darker. My chalk paste is just right here, so it will take me 1 second to grab a different color of green that has a little more contrast. Now this is darker, but I think it will still show up okay and give us some contrast. So we're going to put some of these leaves down. Oh yeah, you can see that really nicely. And again, since I'm doing these that I would actually, they would come behind, I can see through the transfer to where if I don't want to do the whole stem, I don't have to. So we're just going to put several of these guys down. Okay. Let's stick part of one coming out here. And then maybe a little tip of one coming up here. I think we'll stop at that. Can you see how many colors I'm using? We're going a little crazy with this. Now let's dry those. Just a quick shot of heat. From bitty flower that we're going to start putting a whole bunch of these in, and we're going to do it in a really bright, almost a fuchsia color. And it's getting dried. I need to add some water to this. When your chalk paste starts to dry, which our new formula is rarely dried out. Our old formula can get dry, but all you need to do is add some water to it and stir it around, and it will get nice and creamy again. I'm using a little stir stick. And it's even no big deal if you don't get it completely smooth, because when you wipe it across that screen, you're not going to get any lumps in there. They'll just wipe across. So I'll get this done a whole lot better later on. But for now, this is good enough. So we're going to just plop us a whole bunch of these guys down. These are going to be our accent flowers that we can just put a whole bunch here, there, and everywhere. And I may do another color of these. But I'm just laying down. Dun, dun, dun. Get a little more on my squeegee there. And maybe we'll put one here. Okay. Now let's see what other flower I have. Actually, I think I want to put a few more of these. Just here and there. Okay, if you're on, I'm going to put a few more smaller flowers in. What color should I do? I am not totally sure what color I want to do those in. Maybe a dark purple, because you don't see a whole lot of the dark. But is that too consistent with the fuchsia? Should I do more coral? Hey, maybe that's a good one, because again, the coral's in the center of the pink. There's not very many of those. I think that might be a good choice. Okay, we're going to make sure these are all dry. Now, the only flower I've got left might be bigger than I want. So I think I'm going to use that one that we just used, if I can find where I set it. Where did I set that guy? This one here, that little one. I just pulled it off. Where did I put it? Okay, it's a Find Waldo. Of course, you can't see my whole board, but oh, here it is. Okay, so I am going to actually wipe this off a bit. I have a wet board eraser. This is what we use to erase the boards, but we also use it to clean our transfers. And so now I've got this all clean of that color, and I'm just going to use my hair dryer to get it dry. Ooh, white! Victoria, I love that idea. Ooh, I love that idea. I'm totally going with that. That is brilliant. A nice contrast to the other flowers. Oh, I'm so glad I looked up and saw your comment, because that is the perfect. And if we need more, we'll do more, but I love that idea. Let's do it. I love when you guys help me out. And I am getting really messy. Gosh, what's going on with me? I just went over the edge of the transfer. So, yep, white is such a great choice. I'm trying to get it all covered. Okay, yep, white was the perfect choice. Get some more on my squeegee. And then pull up. We're just going to fill in. Let's put one up here. And here is the time frame when I have a hard time stopping, because it's just so fun, for one thing. But anytime I'm doing multiple flowers, I just kind of go and go. Okay, here's that blop. And I'm just going to kind of pick that up. Again, I know you can't probably see it very well, but it was there. And once it dried, I could just kind of pick a little. Okay. And now, since everything underneath is dry, I can just add on top to get everything nice and filled in. Dun, dun, dun. I still have some spaces, so I can either put greenery there, or I can add another flower. Now, there's a few places where I don't like the way it's overlapped. And so that is where I might get in there and do the flower again to put on top. Oh, thank you. Hi, Tammy and Gail and Karen. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's see. Let's just go ahead and let's even just kind of play, because you know what? Playing sometimes is half the fun. I'm not even going to wash this. We're going to see what the white, without it being washed with the peach covers it. Dun, dun, dun. I feel like it's a little lopsided. Like it's a little heavy on this side. I've got it tilted. I meant to do that because I didn't want to have a bouquet like just straight up and down. That didn't seem quite right. Now I feel like, let's do that behind. Might put a few little leaves in there. Let's stop what we're doing and get everything dry. So Victoria, since you are commenting, tell me in the comments if you are familiar with chalk. Let's put a bow around here. Let's get it to fit right where it's, dun, dun, dun. That seems like it's a little overlapped. I don't know. We'll give it a try, and if it's too much, let's do this dark purple because I think it will show up and really pop. You are not familiar with this. Is this the first time you've seen chalk? Let me know if this is the first time you've seen this. Victoria, I would love to know, because I'm not sure how I asked that question. I got sidetracked with what I was saying. So I'm not sure if I was saying, have you ever seen? So clarify your answer for me a little bit. That doesn't show up very good. I'm not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. Okay, so here's what you can do. I can, dun, 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 what can I do? Okay. So Victoria, you have never seen this before? Is that what you're telling me? Say, like, do more than just yes or no. Say never seen or no, I'm familiar or something. So I'm going to take this bow off by lightly erasing. And then I'm going to get that dry. You have used it on furniture. No, it's not used on. Oh, I see what you're saying. You've seen it used on furniture. Gotcha. Yes, you can use this on furniture. Isn't that amazing? You can use it on anything. Well, Victoria, since you have been the most participatory tonight, I would love to send you a complimentary sample of this. And so I need you to private message me your information. Okay, this is getting a little messy because my wipe is getting full of chalk. So I'm going to grab some paper towels to clean this area a little bit better. Now, like I said, this is a very detailed project that I've taken a lot of time on, but you could literally make something in less than 3 minutes if it was one piece of a design and you just pulled this, because literally it took me, 20 seconds to do that part, right? Okay, now that I have taken that bow off of that, here's what I'm going to do. And I also have some things, some stems up there that I'd like to fix. I can lay this exactly where it goes because I can see right through it. So I am just going to go right on top of this again. And I could have erased it all, but there was really no need to. So I just erased where that bow was that I didn't like. And this is the way I would do if there were some flowers that I felt like should be on top and they got layered. I just lay it right back on top and do it again. Let's see how this looks. There we go. So you don't even know that I put a bow on there and then didn't like it. So I think we're pretty close to being done here. I think all I need to do is touch up a few places, and then I'm loving it. I think it's so pretty. I might fill in a little here and there, but I tell you what, look for this on my, I'm gonna move that, and I think you can still hear me. Can you still hear me? I hope so. I am going to put this photo of the finished product up on my page later, and so you can look for that. And if you aren't a part of my VIP group, I would so love to have you join my private crafting group. It is just Barband Designs VIP group. And it's a private group, so I'll need to approve you, but I will be happy to do so if you are not a fellow Chalk Couture designer. So thanks for watching tonight. And Victoria, thanks for your help. Having me put the white in there was just spot on, perfect choice. And I appreciate you helping me out in the beginning. And like I said, since you participated so much tonight, I would love to send you a free sample of this so you can try it yourself. I'm always loving to give away things, so join me again. I'm trying to go live like days and days and days in a row. So you can usually find me here around 8 Central, sometimes early, sometimes late, but just make sure you, on the notifications, hit that see all, and you'll always see all the things that I'm sharing. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Have a great night.